Hey y'all, long time no see. That was the video I did just a few days ago, but that's the only other video I've done all year. So what have I been up to? Not reading. I've not been reading really. So what have I been doing? I've been watching TV and movies and TV shows basically and crocheting. I've been crocheting a lot. So what have I been crocheting on? I finally finished the granny square blanket that I was doing, and my mom had claimed it while I was working on it, so it's hers. So I finally finished my mom's blanket, and here it is. There's one yarn, the pink yarn, that and maybe the yellow. I'm not sure if there's the same yellow that I'm thinking of in it. Then I don't know what those are. I got those a very long time ago, probably 10 years or more, at Hobby Lobby. The first time I ever went to the Hobby Lobby yarn clearance sale. Didn't know anything about it. This was when they had, oh my gosh, yarn on sale. There was yarn in there. Like, not just the aisles, but out in the center, like out in the middle aisle, like where it's not an aisle, but you just walk down either side and there's stuff in the middle. Yeah, that's there was stuff there, so much stuff there and in the aisle. This was back way before they ever said anything about changing anything, getting rid of a lot of yarn, and all that. So yeah, so I have no idea. I lost those ball bands a long time ago. But the rest of it is either Red Heart, Super Saver. I don't know what is. It might be that. I'm not sure. And then the others are Big Twist, Pound. Is it Big Twist? More than a pound. Like, hold on one second. Let me reach over here. Value, Big Twist Value Pound Plus. And then something else that is pound. It's just a pound or whatever. And I can't remember what that is. So sorry for reaching and being out of focus, out of screen or whatever. Sorry if I moved the screen and stuff. Um, but that's what I use on it. So yeah, and it's in like fallish colors, and I'm not sure how much of each thing, but I used an eye hook, an I9, and that is a 5.5 millimeter hook. If that makes, if that even shows. And it's a boy hook, and it looks like that. If that shows you any better. So that's what I used to make my mom's blanket. And I did 5 rows of each color. I think except for the very middle color. Okay. There's no way I can show you this whole thing in its entirety, but let me see where the very middle color and the pink, the yellow and the pink. I don't know what those are. And I don't really know the names of anything else. I know blue, two different blue greens, and a pumpkin, and the one the purplish is like a plummy color, I think. Maybe not, maybe it, I don't know. It's like a purplish color. And then this is like a yellowish mustardy, more like burnt mustard color. And green and brown and gray and pink and yellow. And that's really all I know. Kind of fallish except for the middle yellow and the pink. Other than that, it's very fall. And it is, let me see how many rows. So there's 5 of each. So let me see. So 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 44. There's 45 rows. I'm almost positive there's 45 rows. Because, well, there is 5 rounds of everything except for this color right here, which is not coming off right on with that bluish. It is only 4 rounds because I didn't have enough to go around again. At least I didn't think I would. I might have, but I wanted to be sure. So I wasn't sure, so I used me. Bless you to me, or excuse me, or whatever I'm supposed to say. I'm sorry about that. I was trying to scoot over, but it didn't make it. So this is the blanket. You're not gonna be able to see it, but I'm gonna try to hold it up so you can see enough. Okay. The gray at the top, and then the blue, and then gray, and then brown, and then a bluish. The bluish, the gray, the bluish green, brown, bluish green, burnt mustard, purpley color, the orange pumpkin color, another bluish green, and no, wait a minute. This is not bluish green. This is actually green. This is green. And then down here is the other bluish green, and then the pink and the yellow. This thing is heavy. It's 45 rows. Either 45 or 46. I think it's 45. Because like I said, I only did 4 on that one. So 5, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 4, and then 1. So yes, 45 rows, or rounds. And it looks like this. I hope that lets you know everything you need to know about it. I didn't spend as much time. I didn't spend a lot of dedicated time for a consistent amount of time working on it. There was a lot of time where I didn't work on it. And not just like this time that I've been not doing videos, but like since I started it, which was either sometime last year or sometime the year before. So, and I was just using these colors because it's what I had. Just using the up colors. And yeah, I love this blanket. And so does my mom. So that's why she claimed it. So, blanket, and that's why I made it. And I don't really have a name for it, unless, I guess, the fall blanket. Almost fall, or almost all fall, because it's almost all fall except for that middle yellow and pink. So, yeah. And I'll show you once I get it folded how much it is. Let's see, let me get it just right. Yeah, that's how big it is. So let's set that over here and be done with it, because, oh man, that was a big deal. So, what am I working on now? I've got like 3 or 4 whips going. So, yeah. The one I am currently working on is this, and I call it, I'm naming it, I said I was going to name it the jelly bean blanket, but I think I'm going to change it to the Easter jelly bean blanket. Or do you like jelly bean Easter blanket? Easter jelly bean or jelly bean Easter? Let me know down in the comments which one you like better. But the reason I was gonna name it that is because to me, it reminds me of jelly beans. That's just what it makes me think of. And my sister said it made her think of Easter. So that's why I'm gonna name it that. But it's just this. I crochet, I chained 120 or 130. I don't remember. I think 120, but I'm not positive. And then I just did double crochet back and forth all the way across. And I'm doing, the colors I'm using are blossom. I love this yarn. All of it, no, the variegated is I love this yarn. And it's this. I love this yarn. And let me see if I can find the tag and I'll read it to you. I think I have the tag for this. I love this yarn. Okay, it's Blossmopolis. That's the color name. It's 420 Blossmopolis is the color name. And then it is 100% acrylic, 5 ounces, 142 grams, 252 yards, and 230 meters. Use a 5mm knitting needle or 5mm knitting needles, and US. Okay, I don't know if maybe this isn't in US terms or something, but it says, okay, 5mm knitting needles, which would be size 8 in the US and size 6 in the UK. And then use 5.5mm crochet hook. And that would be a size 9 in the US and a size 5 in the UK. And it's a medium 4. And it's 100% acrylic, so you can put it in the washing machine and stuff. So that's the variegated that I'm using. I love this yarn. Super soft, super saving. That's not really part of the name. It's just I love this yarn. So, and I got it when it was on sale, 30% off. So I don't remember how much it was, but this says $4.99. So I guess that's what it normally is, and I got it for 3 something, I think. So that's the, oh, it's upside down. That's the little thing. And then the yarn is this, and this. It's very pretty. It's got all these colors in it and stuff. And I'm doing 5 rows of variegated, and then 2 rows of a solid color. And for the solid color, I'm using, hold on just a moment, yarn that I got from Dollar Tree, which is Premier Just Yarn Worsted. It is 109 yards, 100 meters, 1.76 ounces, and 50 grams, and 100% acrylic, a 4th medium, and 5.5 millimeter USI 9 crochet hook, and 5 millimeter US 8 knitting needles, and machine wash, warm, tumble dry, low heat. And I'm using the color turquoise, which is the blue, and yellow, which is the yellow. And then I just got the, what is it called? What is it called? I just got yarn from Dollar Tree. There we go. And this is part of my acquisitions, but I will be using the same specs, and the color is Ballet Slipper, and it's this, and it looks like a pink, but it's like a purpley color, kinda. And again, there's the yellow, and there's the blue. That's showing the blue. That's the turquoise at the bottom. That's solid, and then the yellow at the top is the yellow. It's just called yellow. So I'm doing that, and this again was Ballet Slipper from Premier Just Yarn Worsted. So that's that. That's one thing that I'm doing. And then the other one that I'm working on, I've done the 5 rows of it, and it is, I don't remember how many I did of this, but I'm tempted to take this out and do it, maybe not as small as 120, but it's close to 200. So I'm tempted to do like less than this, but I did. This is I love this yarn, and the color is Flapper Girl, and it has all the same specs as the Blossomopolis. So this is it in the skein, and then this is Flapper Girl. Love these colors. Love them. And then this is it all done up. I don't remember how many I did across, but it's 5 rows. Yep. But it looks like this. And I think the only color that I know for sure I'm going to use is the same blue, which is turquoise, that I used in the other one that I did, the Easter whatever one I just showed. So also, should I undo this and make it a little less wide? Should I frog it and redo it? What you think? And I'm not sure what other colors I'm going to be using yet. And then the last thing that I've done is I had leftovers from my mom's blanket, and then um I had gotten a when they had it was either last year or the year before, they had a kit, not really a kit, but it had all the yarn and it had a pattern in it. So I guess it's a kit, but it didn't have any extras like a crochet hook or any stitch markers or anything like that with it. It just had yarn, and then I found a pattern in there. So it was a big thing, and it was on sale for the Hobby Lobby yarn clearance. I paid maybe $7, if that, but it was this huge thing that had some yarn in a bunch of different colors of yarn, like probably 20 or more colors of yarn. And these are what it. I'll get this one and read off the. None of them had color names, but it had numbers, and I don't remember the number for what I used on this. But it's 100% acrylic, 15 by 40 grams, or 15 by 40 G, and 67 yards. So not even 100 yards. And I love this yarn. And a 4 medium. And use US I9 5.5 millimeter hook for crochet, and US 8 5 millimeter crocheting needles. So yeah, that's the specs for it. And the top one, the yellowish color, is left over from my mom's blanket. And then the other is the I love this yarn in the small thing, like this small thing. That's how it came. There was a bunch of those. There's probably 20 or 30, and I have just a few left. I don't know what I did with them. I think all of them I basically just made granny squares, and I don't know how much I did, how long I made this, but it's those two colors, the yellow, and then this is like a dark pinkish rusty color. It's not red. It's very much more pink, but it's looking more red, but it's like rusty pink or something. So yeah, I did that, and when I have some more leftovers or something, when I have something, I'll work on it. I'll add to it or whatever. But that's all I know right now. And this is just, for right now, I'm just going to call this a scrap yarn. Scrap yarn, because that's basically what it is. Just using, it's not really scrap, but kinda, because I didn't have anything else to do with it. I didn't know what to do with it. So, yeah, I'll just call it a scrap yarn. And the blanket, using this one, I don't know what to call it. So if you also down in the comments, if you have any suggestions on what to call the blanket, this blanket, if you have any ideas, let me know. You can comment and I'll do this too. Let's see that and then there's that. So any ideas on the name for that, let me know. But that's what I'm doing right now. And I'm also, May is making in May, so I'll link the video for that. But one of the prompts, it's a craftathon I created, is work on whips. So these are my whips, and I'm working on them. So yeah, that's, oh, I do have a small haul, because I will be using some of the stuff that I bought at, oh goodness, I think Dollar Tree. My mind just goes, and I'm not able to think of stuff. But yeah, that's one of the things I wanted to show you is my small haul. So I got two of these. They didn't have a lot of acrylic yarn. They only had a few colors, and I didn't need but two of the colors. So I got this one, ballet slipper. I got two of those for my Easter blanket, and then I got another turquoise, the only one that I need, and they only had a few of those. But I don't think I might not need more than that. And then I got some tags. There is, it says 20 pieces, so I guess there's 20 tags, and then 5 yards. It says 5 yards each, but maybe it's 5 yards each. Maybe there's like, once you it's done up like that, so maybe once you undo it, it's in 5 yard pieces or something. Why would it say each? But that's what the tags look like. And this is from Crafter Square. It just says paper tags. I thought it was just all 5 yards of stuff. I don't even know if I'm going to use that for the tags. I don't know what I'm going to do with the tags, but don't know what I'm going to do with them. But I know I'll probably alter them somehow. And I'll paint them or do some stamping or something on them. And then this is from Crafter Square, A2 cards and envelope, 10 count. So there's 10 cards and 10 envelopes. So there's 20 pieces. And it's just white cards and white envelopes. And these were both $1.25. And so was the yarn. It was all $1.25. So yeah. So that's pretty much my whole video. That's all I got for right now. Unless you want to know about the TV shows I've been watching. I've been rewatching Grey's Anatomy. I'm on what season I'm on? 12, I think. Either 11 or 12. I think it's 12. I think I'm on 12. So, that's really good. didn't realize how early some characters came into the show, but yeah, that's cool. And then what else have I watched? I've watched The Way Home, I think is what it's called. It's on, what is it on? It's on Hallmark, and it's like a time travel type show. And I watched the last few episodes of season 3, and then watched the first 2 episodes of season 4. I think that's all there is of season 4. It's new season. And then what else have I watched? I've watched, trying to think, watched The Floor. It just came back on. The game show hosted by, oh my goodness, I think I cannot think of what his name is. He was part of the Brat Pack in the 80s, and I cannot think of his name. Rob Lowe, that's his name. Hosted by him, and people have, it's like a trivia type thing, and someone gets chosen, and then they have so many people that's right around them, and they have to choose who they want to duel with or whatever based on whatever the person's trivia category is, and then they go head to head in that category for like 45 seconds or something, and whoever's clock runs out first wins, loses. So yeah, and been watching Happy's Place. That's with Reba and the one that played Barbara Jean, Melissa Peterman. It's like, as soon as I said it, that was about to say I didn't know her name came to me. Melissa Peterman, who played Barbara Jean, but she's playing Gabby on this show. And if you don't know, the whole premise of the show is that the one that Reba's playing, I can't remember her name, Bobby. Bobby, that's her name. Bobby. Her father, who was Happy, who he owned the bar, and that's where they all work, and that's the thing of it. He had an affair years ago, and so her sister found her. Her sister's an adult. She's like in her 20s or something, just finished college, and it's about the two of them getting to know each other. And Gabby, he's the bartender, and Rex Lynn, he plays the cook. He's the one that on Young Sheldon was the coach at the high school. No, not the coach, the principal at the high school. And then there's Dakota, which is he's a handyman and a waiter. And there's Steve, maybe is his name, and he's the accountant. And those are all the people that work there, and it's very funny. If you liked the show Reba, you will like this show. And everybody from Reba, except for the one that played the son, and the one that played the other daughter, the younger daughter, those two have not been on the show yet. I don't know if they will be. But other people who are main characters on the show, Reba, have been on Happy's Place. And of course Barbara Jean's there every episode. But the one that played Brock has been on an episode. The one that played Van's been on there, and the one that played Cheyenne has been on there. excuse me. And it's a comedy. It's a workplace comedy that's very funny. And it takes place in Nashville. I think it's Nashville. It might be um, Memphis. I don't know. I think it's Nashville. I don't know. I know it's Tennessee. So, yeah. And lately, the one that plays Gabby, her mom has been on a few episodes, and that's played by the one that played Sue Sylvester, the one that played yeah, Sue Sylvester on Glee. I cannot think of her name, but she is hilarious. I love her. Ooh, love her. And shoot, what else have I watched? Trying to think. I'm watching the latest season of Outlander. I'm not gonna say anything about it. Just it's good, and it's the final season. I'm sad about that. There's only one or two more episodes to go, and I'm sad about that. Don't want it to end at all. So yeah. And what else? I know there's a lot that I watch. The new Grey's Anatomy episodes, I watch those. They're good. Season 22, if you can believe that. Goodness, that's crazy. That is really crazy. And I'm trying to think. For Young Sheldon, the show that um, what is it? Got Georgie and Mandy. Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage. I watched that. That the newest season of that. It's good, really good. If you haven't watched that show, watch it. You can watch any of these shows, any of the three. I think it's only three in the grouping of shows, but seeing them all starting with Big Bang and then going to Young Sheldon and now Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage, it is just so good. Such a good group of shows. If you really want some good shows, those are some good shows. And they're not the cleanest, but I would probably say that Big Bang is the one that's not the cleanest, but they're all pretty good, pretty clean. They're not too bad. If you watch TV, regular TV in the 90s and in the 80s or 90s or early 2000s, you're good. It's not anything that if you're 10, you can watch it definitely. Probably even younger than that. So they're good. And let's see what else. Ghost. I watch Ghost. I like it a lot. Um, it's basically this woman and her husband inherited this big old rundown mansion, basically from her family. And then in like the first or second episode, she falls down the stairs, bumps her head, goes to the hospital, and she comes back. Well, they had decided to turn the house into a B&B and a bed and a breakfast type place, and or whatever. Um, and so then when she comes back after bumping her head and being in the hospital, she can see ghosts. So, and they've got one. They've got sass. I'm not going to tell you the whole thing, but they've got sass. 1, 2, and then 3. They've got like 5 or 6 main ghosts, and then a few that come and go, and it's really funny. It's after like a British show, but I've never seen the British show, and I'm just really not into British comedy or British whatever anyway. So I like the US version. That's all I've ever watched, and it's really good. It's really funny. Let's see. I've watched The Summer I Turned Pretty. That's really good, and not much to tell about it except for it's basically these two women are best friends, been best friends since like college or something, and they every year the one woman is really rich, or I should say her husband is really rich, so they have a beach house. So every summer, her and her two sons and the best friend and her son and daughter all go stay at the beach house all summer. The best friend is a writer, so she can work anywhere and do whatever, make her own hours kind of thing. And then it turns into basically it's the summer the daughter kind of blossoms. She turned 16 that summer, and basically she starts dating the two sons, the one son, and then she breaks up with him, starts dating the other one, breaks up with him, goes back to the first one, and that's basically the whole show, the whole series. So, and yeah, so there's some more stuff. It's very drama-ish, and I'm not going to tell you who she eventually ends up with, and I'm not going to, there's one big thing that happens, and I'm not going to tell you about it either. But it's a good show. I liked it. My sister liked it. Her friend liked it. So, yes, it's really good. I recommend it. It's on Prime, I think. I think it's, yeah, Prime. And what else have I watched? I don't really think I've watched anything else. I think I've rewatched some stuff. Yeah. Oh, I did watch, what is it called? The newest in the Jurassic World movie. Yeah, I watched that. I saw the new screen. It was good. Really good. What else? What else? What else? I think everything else is. No, I think I watched. Oh, what is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? School Spirits. Watched that. And I can't remember anything else really that I watched other than Masked Singer, but I don't remember who won. Can't remember who won that. So, did I watch anything else? I watched a cooking show called Tournament of Champions. It's hosted by Guy Fieri, and basically there's just all these high level chefs, really these famous high level, high achieving chefs, and they whittle it down. They have to use a randomizer thing to come up with all their ingredients, that they have to make something out of, and then they get judged, and then that's how they whittle it down. And then this year was number 7, I think, year 7 for that, and it was the first year that a guy won. All the previous winners have been women. Yeah, it was Brian Voltaggio. That's who won. That's the celebrity chef that won. So, yeah. And that's really all I've watched. So, what have you been watching? Or have you been reading or been listening to? I haven't really listened to anything new. I mean, some stuff, but I don't really. It's my sister's. She has a playlist of stuff, and I don't really know what new, as in new, but I know what newish, as in came out in the last 5 years, I guess, maybe. I don't know. It's newer country music. And then other stuff, I don't know what it is. And then basically when I listen to music myself, I just listen to older stuff. So probably like 90s country is what I listen to. And that's that. So, and I haven't really, like I said, I haven't been reading. So I need to get back to it. I want to. So, yeah. So that's what I've been up to. And my whips that I'm working on for making in May. And work on whips is prompt number 4. I will I will link, if I have a brain, which I do somewhere, in the description the video announcement for Making in May. It started yesterday, and today's the second day. And I will also link the live that I did today to kick it off. And I have a co-host that is Mary at Blessed to Crochet. And that's it. So happy crafting and God bless, and bye.